welcome back. We're playing E1M2 here, the second episode in the first mission of Doom. There are a lot of enemies, which tends to be the case in ultraviolent mode. Ultraviolent is the second hardest difficulty, and the hardest difficulty that doesn't have weird stuff going on. That weird stuff being respawning enemies, and super fast enemies, and super fast fireballs, and double ammo. That is one thing they give you, is double ammo. Secret here. You'll notice that these secrets, they always look similar to, well, not always, but they usually have a similar texture, but not the same texture. So as you can see here, there's the kind of normal wall, and then a silver on the right wall. And that being slightly different will clue you in that something is strange. But sometimes they're opened up by shooting a wall, sometimes they're opened up just by walking through a blank wall that's completely empty. So it's hard to tell, unless you've already gone through it. As you can see, these guys walked in from outside. So here's another secret. Now, the outdoors being accessible was a big thing that specifically John Romero tried to do as a level designer. He's one of the primary id Software guys and one of the guys that founded the company. And he designed almost all of the first episode and then a handful of levels elsewhere. Nice. One of his design paradigms was if you could see the outside, or if you could see somewhere from somewhere else, you should be able to go there. So in this case, you could see the outside, and through a secret, you can find your way out here and pick up some stuff a little early on. In this case, the chain gun, which uses pistol ammo. So all the pistol ammo I've been picking up here that I wasn't too thrilled about because of the fact I was using shotguns the entire time. Now I can utilize the ammo to the fullest. So thus far, we've only seen the three basic enemies: the former human guys with the pistols, the former sergeants with the shotguns, and then imps with the great balls of fire there. Although theirs are kind of pathetic compared to some of the later enemies we'll be seeing. Imps, as well as some of the later enemies, don't end up being as high priority targets despite being more difficult enemies, or more dangerous enemies, in quotes. They have higher HP and are a little more intelligent. However, they can be easily dodged. Unlike these guys who just have hit scan weapons. Hit scan meaning they just check and see if they're aimed on target, and if they are, they do damage at whatever interval their firing rate is. Whereas with the other guys, you actually see a projectile and can move to avoid it. That's not as big of a thing in this original Doom, but in Doom 2, when you have chain gunners who have guns that are exactly like the one I have here, and they can rapid fire and just whittle away your HP like crazy. I'm missing something here. There we go. So that's the first time that you see that bullets can open up a secret. And we're gonna get the chainsaw. Up until this point, all we've had is the fists. But now, we can do a little bit better than that. There we go. Nice little area. We can take on those guys. If we went up that way first, we would have seen the outside and known that we can come and get here. Again, that design philosophy of teasing you with somewhere to go and then letting you go there later. So you may see, looking at this, you may think that there are like dynamic lighting going on. or there is dynamic lighting going on, but these are actually just separate things in the engine. So it's all manually colored to make it look like that. There's a lot of trickery around in Doom that makes it look like it's an even more crazy, advanced for its age game, which as it stands, it already was crazy advanced for its age. Here's the inside of that room we were in before. And somewhere around here, there is another secret. If I can remember where it is. There's something that's discolored. And pull up the mini-map here and check it out. Secrets, of course, are not shown on the mini-map. You have to figure them out yourself. That room up there that we were just in is one of the first rooms designed in Doom to showcase what Doom could do. Because up until this point, the geometry had been very simple. We're talking Wolfenstein 3D was the game that immediately preceded Doom. There we go. It was a lot closer than I was expecting. Once again, we saw that it was a similar design, but slightly different. Enough to clue you in that it was a secret. Wolfenstein 3D was also id Software, so they've really been pushing the envelope in the 90s. And it was only 6 guys to start off with working on Doom, which gradually expanded a little bit for Doom 2 and some of the other stuff, and the Ultimate Doom, which actually came out after Doom 2. So the 4th episode, which we'll be hitting eventually, was actually something that came out much later. And way over par, but that doesn't really matter anyway.